Hey, Tyler, how tough was it not being able to pitch last year in the postseason, and then just how much more gratifying has it been this year being able to dominate and help your team out?
Yeah, I think last year was tough. I think when you're in that position, you just want to root for the team and just be there as much as you can. And, like, it was nice to be a part of it. But this year, for sure, just kind of being able to participate and just being able to contribute to the team has felt awesome.
Dylan?
Tyler, you threw close to like 40 pitches, I think, in the first 2 innings. What adjustments did you make after that to just kind of, calm down and I guess?
I think my rhythm was a little off. I think usually when I'm off, I tend to like have different rhythm with my hands and my leg, and I think just kind of getting more into the rhythm of the game. I guess just kind of getting like a little bit more. I don't know. It's hard to explain, I guess, but I think I just got back into a rhythm. I leaned on that sinker a lot. I was ripping off everything, and it's the one pitch when I am a little late that I can kind of get back into the zone if I am a tad bit late. So I was able to get ahead with it. And I just think like the overall athleticism and rhythm was a lot better.
Let's go second row on the right.
Tyler, before the game, right here.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, Dave was asked about your postseason so far, and he said that he's seen you be able to be more present and maybe not try and be a perfectionist with every pitch. How have you felt your mental approach change?
Yeah, I think I'll always suffer from trying to be perfect, I think, but he's definitely right. I think just trying to stay in the moment and not be too hard on myself and just compete with what I have and not trying to make every pitch so perfect and tinkering and stuff in between. Yeah, I think I've just gotten into like a nice rhythm and just being able to go out there and be athletic and kind of leaning on Connor and Mark to, if I do need something, I know they're there to let me know and just kind of clear my mind and go out and throw.
Let's go 5 rows back on the far left.
Tyler, those first 2 innings were a lot of traffic, and how big was it for you to get yourself out of those and also Max's play? How huge was that?
That was huge. I think that was like the play of the game for sure. I think just having a 1-run ball game, if it would have turned into 2, it's a different story. I think after that, though, just kind of that relief of that inning, him making that good defensive play, I was able to go back out and just try to stay in the zone and get some quick outs. But it was huge play. He did a great job.
Let's go to the second row right here in the middle.
Hey, Tyler, how did you feel your slider was working today and putting guys away?
It was inconsistent at times. I think it was one of those pitches I kept ripping off of. It was okay a little bit in the beginning, kind of, and then it kind of fizzled. It was just hit or miss, kind of. And I think it played well off the sinker, and then a little bit later I just kept throwing it into the lefty batter's box. But I think I was able to get ahead with the sinker enough to still have guys kind of sitting on it. And then the curveball, I think, was my secondary pitch that helped me a lot today. Yeah.
Let's go to Russell, straight back in the middle.
Tyler, you obviously got a first-row seat to watching what Blake and Yoshinobu did. Coming into this start, I'm curious what your mindset is trying to follow what those guys are doing to get to this point.
Nothing really different. I think like them having a good game is awesome for the team. It's great, but I don't think it really changes my mentality as far as it goes. Like you have your game plan with the team, and I kind of just put that out of my mind, kind of what they've done. I think it's nice to have a 2-0 lead. That's huge. But as far as like attacking hitters or trying to execute, I just kind of did my own thing.
Let's come up to the front row right here on the left. Just wait for the mic.
You're good. I can hear you.
Tyler, can you talk about having back-to-back strong performances versus against the Phillies tonight?
Yeah, it means a lot to me. I think, especially early on in the playoffs, like earlier in my career, I didn't have like a ton of success, and I think just being able to go out and be myself and stay athletic and pitch well, it's been feeling great. And having that bullpen outing to start felt nice, and then it carried over well into my starts, and hopefully I can keep it going.
What's up, Dave? Obviously, a lot's been made of Shohei's struggles at the plate, kind of, but how big has it been just that teams are sort of game planning their pitching around him and doing things like starting a lefty reliever just to try and get him out in the first?
Yeah, I mean, I think, he's, one of the best players in the game, and how do you neutralize him? You throw some lefties on him, and that's what they're doing. And so, yeah, I think he's going to come out of it. He's grinding, working through it, and but yeah, as far as kind of their approach, makes sense.
Right side in the middle.
Dave, coming into the postseason, obviously we talked about the issues you guys were having in the pen between Vesia, Trinan, and Sasaki. It seems like you guys kind of have a, kind of like a blueprint, so to speak, going forward here. How comfortable have you been with, I guess, how that's been coming together?
Very. I think the thing about our guys is they're battle tested, and they know that I've never lost faith in them. They never lost confidence in each other, and so, so to see what they're doing right now, I'm not surprised. And we knew all along that we were going to need these guys, and these guys are delivering, which is huge. And we're doing a great job of preventing runs, and the bullpen deserves a lot of credit.
And obviously, you kind of needed that extra inning today, and you went to Banda there. He's pitched he pitched once in like the last 3 weeks. How were you comfortable going to him in that situation?
I just think that Anthony's grown a lot. I think the moment is not going to be too big for him. I just feel that he's ready for whatever is asked of him. He's in a good mental space, and the stuff is obviously very good. So for me, regardless of inning, I trust him. And like I said, he's throwing the baseball, has a lot of confidence right now. And so to run him out there against the middle of the order, I had no problem with that.
Go here in the front row.
To your left. Hey, Dave, could you just talk a little bit about just Mookie's defense and what you've seen and how it continues to just evolve and elevates and really comes in clutch?
He's made big plays. That play going to his backhand, just to kind of let Roki settle in. He just continues to make great plays, and it's rightfully so. He's in the Gold Glove conversation at shortstop, and that was a big play. You just never know. Get the leadoff runner on, how that inning could have evolved. And earlier, that play by Muncy was a heck of a play. Infield drawn in, going to his left, spin, make an accurate throw to get that out at home. That was a big play as well.
Go here, second row on the right.
Dave, earlier this season, after one of his early outings, Roki, there was a visual of him looking emotional. It wasn't the performance he wanted to have, but for him to, go through his rookie year, come back from injury, and now deliver in these high leverage situations, what can you say about his growth?
His growth has been certainly not linear. At that point in time where, he was scuffling and emotional on the bench, and there's a lot of video and photos of that. And for him to kind of self-reflect, get healthy, and put himself back on the radar for our 2025 ball club speaks to his fight. And, I don't think anyone could have, foreseen him in this role in April or May. And so I give a lot of credit to Roki to kind of get to that point. And now, he can look back at 2025 and look fondly at it.
Fourth row in the middle here in the blue.
Hey, Dave. I know you're up 3-0, so this is kind of a tough question, but you seem to be leaving a lot of tack-on runs on the bases, not moving runners over. And does that concern you at all?
Say that again?
Not getting runners in from third with less than 2 outs, not moving runners over. Does that concern you at all?
I wouldn't say concerned, but we got to be better. I think that you're always trying to figure out how you can improve as a ball club, and I do think that, Tommy's at bat today was huge, runners in scoring position. I thought Freddie's at bat to get him up was a huge at bat. But yeah, I do think that the situational, we can be better at that for sure. We got to be better.
We have time for two more. We'll start with Russell in the back there near the camera.
Doc, a lot of pitches for Tyler through that first 2 innings. What did you see that changed from him in the third that was able to allow him to get to 5 2/3?
I thought the curveball got better. The curveball started to become more of a pitch for him, and they went heavy left today, and that was a pitch that was able to neutralize those guys. I thought Will did a great job the sequencing, using the fastball enough. But yeah, I think for me that's really proud of Tyler in the sense of the pitch count was early and knowing we still needed length from him. And for him to kind of stay, keep his wits about him and to keep making pitches, keep competing and shorten the game, that's what we need from him. And he's done that the last, call it, 6 or 7 starts.
Take our last question from Barry here on the left.
Hey, Doc. Just back to Shohei, a couple of questions. I'm just paraphrasing, but I saw you said that you didn't think he could win the World Series if he's not hitting. Now you're up 3-0 in this series. He's batting 104. Do you adjust that at all?
No, I mean, he's a big part of what we're doing. And so we're pitching really well. We're playing very good defense. Obviously, Shohei's not performing the way he would like or we expect, but I just know how big of a part he is to this thing, and we got a long way to go. But I just like the work that he's putting in, and I'll bet on him all day long.
And now tomorrow you've got him starting to try and wrap this up, right? So the work that he has to put in to prepare for a start like that, plus the work he has to put in, how does he manage it?
Yeah, he's a unicorn. I don't know how he manages it. Every minute of the day is accounted for. He's very prepared, and his last outing in Philadelphia was a good one, 6 innings. I think he gave up 3 runs, and so I expect him to be good tomorrow, be focused, and put forth a good effort at the bat too.
Roki, the last time you pitched in Milwaukee, your velocity was down a little bit. At that point, were you still feeling the after effects of the previous 3-inning relief performance, and how much better did you feel today?
前回球速がちょっと落ちてたんですけども、その前の登板3イニング投げたからちょっとそういう球速のパフォーマンス低下になったのか、それと今日スピード上がってたってことに関してお願いします。
体調面は、問題なかったので、ただ自分の気づかないところで投球フォームが多分崩れてたというかちょっとズレがあったと思うので、そこに気づけないままマウンドに上がってしまったので、スピードとコントロールと、乱したのかなと思うので、3イニング投げたことが直接つながっているわけではないと思うんですけど、何かしらのズレがあって、そうなって、今回、前回登板から今日までの期間で、ピッチングコーチとも話して、うまく練習して今日は良かったのかなと思います。
In terms of my last outing, I don't think the 3-inning outing had any effect. I just couldn't consciously, or I was unconsciously, my mechanics was unconsciously off. I wasn't really aware of what was going on, which I think affected my command and my velo. This time around, today's outing, in between today's outing and the last outing, we just really worked with the pitching coach and just did a lot of work to make sure that my mechanics was in the right place.
In the back on the left.
Who came up with the idea of the Bailalo Roki song? Latino fans are loving it in the stadium.
その音楽のインスピレーション、登場曲、結構ラテンの人たちが喜んでるっていう感じですけども、どこから来たんですかと。どこから来た？そう誰が決めたとかなんか。
右とかはい。
It was with Miggy Rowe.
In the middle on the left.
Roki, just considering this is still a new transition to the bullpen, is an outing when you can bounce back like today, is that an encouraging sign for you and just how you're learning to navigate yourself through this transition?
まだリリーバーとして経験がそこまで多くないと思うんですけども、こういう機会、前回はそんなに良くなくて、バウンスバックできたっていうことに関しては何かいい経験になったのかなと思いますけども、どう思いますか？
そうですね、先発の時もそうですけど、毎回、自分の、思うようなパフォーマンスが出せるわけじゃないと思いますし、いい悪いの波はあると思うので、その中で、アウト3つ、どう取るかを、考えなきゃいけないので、前回自分から相手にチャンスを与えてしまったことはすごく反省だと思いますし、しっかりいいフォームで、毎回調整して、少しでも自分がコントロール、自分のボールをコントロールできるように、準備しなきゃなと思ってます。
As a starter, I understand that there's always ups and downs, so I kind of take that same approach with being pitching in a relief as a reliever, and I think what I try to do is just to make sure that all my mechanics are in place, so that I can command the ball better. And that I feel like that's what I'm really focused on right now.
Any more questions in English? Okay, we'll move to Japanese questions. Start here in the third row on the right.
お疲れ様です。今日の試合前とかも結構長い時間キャッチボールしたりとかしていろんなことを確認してたと思うんですけど、前回から今日までの2日間っていうのはどういうことを考えて気持ちを切り替えたりとか、なんか新しく取り組んだこととかがあれば教えてください。
そうですね、 この短期間でこうなんていうんですかね、実際フォームが良くない中で、ただこう気持ちだけなんていうんですかね、ポジティブにやったところで、それは過信になってしまうので、しっかりこう技術的なところに向き合って、やっていかなきゃなと思ってたので、ピッチングコーチからこういう変化があったと言われて、自分の中でこう、さらにそれを落とし込んで、実際調整してみて、こう毎日ちゃんと自分の中でこう納得できるまでしっかり調整して、試合に向かうようにはしてました。
Third row on the left here.
リリーフ登板となると結構毎日準備が必要で常に集中力を保ってなきゃいけないと思うんですけれども、その集中力を保つために息抜きなんかもどこかで取り入れている、どんなことをしているのか、あとは集中力を保つためにどんなことをしているのか教えてください。
そうですね、試合の中では、回が後半の方になるまでなるべくこうリラックスして、試合を見るようにしているので、毎回こう完投してくれないかなと願いながらずっと試合を見てます。
Over here on the right side, third row.
マイナーでこう長い時間過ごしたり、メジャーで新しくこちらで1年目過ごしてこう難しい時間とかも過ごされたと思うんですけども、そういう精神的に辛い状況を乗り越えたり難しい状況を乗り越えたことでこう9回マウンドに立つこうプレッシャーであったり重圧にこう生きているような、精神的な成長みたいなのとかって感じることはありますか？
そうですね、精神的なものもすべて、試合中は特に、技術から来ると思うので、技術的にこう自分の中で、信頼できるものがあればこう精神的に揺らぐことも少なくなると思いますし、しっかりこう技術に向き合えるかどうかがすごく大事だと思うので、そういった意味ではこうマイナーの時もそうですけど時間をかけて、技術的なところにこう、向き合ってやってきたので、今はこう復帰してから、安定して、パフォーマンス出せてると思うので、そこが大事なのかなと思います。
Here on the left side.
よろしくお願いします。最近他の選手の記者会見、大谷選手とか山本選手、朗希投手のピッチングを非常に称えているんですけれども、実際大谷さんや山本さんから何か最近声かけられたりしてますか？ピッチングとかについて。
特にないです、最近は。
全く何もない。
Take two more here on the right side.
お疲れ様です。フォームの若干の微修正があったということで、おっしゃれる範囲で上半身、下半身だったりとか、どんなところ具体的に問題があってどういうふうに修正されたか教えてください。
形動向っていうのもあると思うんですけど、全体的に動きがこう速くなってたので、とにかくこうゆっくり自分の感覚ではこうゆっくり動かすというか、足を上げるところからこう自分が思っているよりもこうゆっくり丁寧にやることだけをこう今日は意識して良かったです。
And last one on the right side here.
お疲れ様です。今日も9回にかなり盛大な朗希コールが沸き起こっていたんですけど、もしかしたら集中して聞こえてないかもしれないんですけど、もし聞こえてたら今年いろいろ1年あったと思うんですけど、ああいう声援を聞いてどのように感じられましたか？
そうですね、メジャー開幕してから、特にドジャースタジアムでなかなかこう思うようなピッチングができない中で、こういいイメージがこの球場にはそんなになかったんですけど、リリーフで復帰して、自分のパフォーマンスをこう出せるようになってから、徐々にこう、見える景色も変わってきているので、そこら辺はこう、すごく来年につながるのかなとは思ってます。はい。